math, it's always nice to be able to have things in nice groups of things or multiples, because we kind of know our multiples. We kind of know lots of our different multiples of skip counting and stuff, and we recognize a lot of our multiples when we're doing math. So when we have groups of things, we are able to recognize what multiples are involved. However, when we start dealing with different size groups and leftover pieces, it's really then becomes a little bit difficult for our minds to kind of wrap our heads around some of these problems because the numbers are not familiar anymore. So here we have chocolate bars are packed in either boxes of 5 or boxes of 12. And we want to know the smallest number of full boxes required to pack exactly 205. So we have in this case two different groups. Okay, groups of 5, groups of 12. So this becomes a little bit harder. The 205 can't be just 5's multiple of 5 or a multiple of 12. It has some combination of them, so it becomes a little bit more challenging. So we need some strategies here. So one of the strategies here is it says the smallest number of full boxes means we have to maximize the number of. The smallest number of full boxes means we have to maximize the box of 12. Okay, so what we're going to do then is divide 12 into 205 to see how many full boxes of 12 we can have. So the maximum are boxes of 12. So I'm going to do 205 or 2005 divided by 12 gives us 167.08. So we need whole numbers here, so 167 boxes. Okay, so times 12 is equal to 2004. Okay, so that's great. But we have to have exactly 2005. So we can then we can do our tests here. Okay, we can guess and check. So this is at this point, because these are not evenly divisible and we're using two different groups, we have to do a bit of guessing and checking here. So I'm going to do my guess and check. So I can't have 167, so I'm going to guess 166. And I need to have a leftover amount of that is divisible by 5. Okay, or a multiple of 5. So 266 times 12 is going to give me 1992. Okay, so that's not divisible by 5. Okay, and we know our divisibility by 5s must end in 5s or zeros. So then we're going to test 165. Okay, so that's going to give me 1980. Okay, so we have 1980. That means we have leftover. Okay, so I should left over 13. That doesn't work. Here we have leftover 25. That will work. So what's the smallest number of full boxes? Well, we need 165 boxes of 12. That gives us our 1980. And then we have 5 boxes of 5 boxes of 5. That gives us our 25. And we end up with a total of 2005. So there's our answer. So we need a minimum of 170 boxes. Okay, so that's the smallest number of boxes that we can use and have full boxes to be able to pack the 2005 chocolates that were given to us at the beginning. So again, becomes these problems where we have different groups or leftovers. This is called modulus math when we talk about leftover amounts. The math becomes a little bit more complex because our minds are not easily converting between multiples. We are familiar with multiples, but when we have to convert different multiples or different groups, it becomes a little bit more challenging. So in this strategy here, we had to come up with a strategy and then we had to do some guessing and testing.